What's up, everybody? It's Zoom Nation and welcome back to another video. As you guys can probably see off of my last video and the one I'm making today, you can clearly see what team I've been watching more and have been rooting for lately, and that's the New York Knicks, who had one of their best seasons last year since like the mellow days, and coming into this season they're really hyped up to be back, and they definitely haven't been living up to that, and you can give them some slack a little bit because one of those differences last year, the player that really took him to that next level was Derrick Rose, and he's been out for about, I think, 4 months since December, and that has really done a difference to this team. And pretty much the whole year they've had to deal with Tom Thibodeau, who's just a really bad coach. I mean, I know the Hornets have a bad coach, but shoot, Tom Thibodeau is up there with one of the worst ones. He kept playing all the veterans instead of playing like the young guys, and in the last few games he's been playing the young guys more, and they've clearly done better. They are on a 4-game winning streak right now. They just beat the Chicago Bulls, and after the Hawks lost, they also beat the Charlotte Hornets. So they've been doing good lately with the young guys, and I think 3 of those games Julius Randle was out. They lost the Hawks one when he was out, but they won 2 without Julius Randle, and just without Julius Randle, their whole teams, they play more freely. I feel like the whole offense is built around Julius Randle, and I feel like he definitely slows the game down for them, which is where I'm going with this video. It's pretty much going to be a Julius Randle rant the whole time. Julius Randle won the most improved player last year, and it was well deserved. He was definitely the biggest reason why the New York Knicks had their run last season. As much as we want to give praise to Derrick Rose, because he's the one that showed up in the playoffs, Julius Randle was the reason why they were even in that position, and he brought the New York Knicks back, and yeah, I have to give him credit to that. But I feel like that was just a one-season wonder, and now that the fans are back in the arena, now that the lights are really on him now, maybe the lights are just too big for him. Maybe he can't perform that well in a big city like New York. Maybe it's too bright for him. Who knows? Because he clearly has not been the same, and you can see it. Julius Randle has just been struggling this season. Like I said, they had won 2 of their last 4 games, I think, without him. And when he wasn't playing, and whenever he isn't playing on the floor, they are just so much more exciting to watch. They feel more free, I feel like. And whenever he goes back in, it's all built around him and all that. And I feel like he just slows the game down because he hasn't been shooting great lately. And, I think his confidence is a big factor. RJ Barrett can have a pretty bad game, but one thing I respect about him is that his confidence just makes him want to keep attacking. When Julius Randle is off, which is pretty often, and his confidence is just down under the water, he can't get out of it. He slows the game down. And in this last game against the Chicago Bulls, which is really the reason why I'm making this video and the reason why I've gone into this point to make a video on it, is because Julius Randle, man, he's just he's holding him back. And you see the confidence. You see he doesn't want to slow the team down. You see he doesn't want to be the difference maker. And I mean, one of the poorest things about him too is not only is he playing bad, is that he's not responding to it on a good note. RJ Barrett can have a bad game, but he'll make sure he responds. He missed 8 free throws that one game when he dropped 46. If he makes half of those, he has a 50-point game, and the game is a lot different if he makes those free throws. Free throws have been a big problem for the Knicks overall, but mainly for RJ Barrett. And after that game, he shot 200 free throws after the game. I don't know if Julius Randle has done something similar to this, and he's just not telling to the media. He doesn't want to talk to them anyway most of the time when he's been doing bad. But, I mean, as of lately, Julius Randle's confidence is just really, really bad, man. And I just feel like he has no motivation to, get better or anything like that. And when he's not doing good, he doesn't have that confidence to keep trying and keep going. And I feel like whenever he does, Knicks fans still want to hate on him and all that. I'm definitely now on the give RJ the keys boat, and definitely now the trade Randle boat. I've always felt sincere to Randle. He's a good player for sure, but I mean, the Chicago Bulls game drew the line. He played 28 minutes, I think, and he only had 5 points. Obi Toppin, on the other hand, had 18 points in 17 minutes, something like that, or 17 points in 18 minutes. And clearly the fans love Obi Toppin. They were in Madison Square Garden today. Everybody was chanting Obi Toppin. When Julius Randle wasn't doing good, they started chanting "We want Obi," and you can clearly tell that makes a difference in the way Julius Randle plays. He sees that Madison Square Garden, the Knicks fans don't want him in the game anymore, and that definitely destroys his confidence. Tom Thibodeau played him like most of the third quarter up until the point where he got a technical foul, and this has been a big deal for him. You guys have probably seen that thing. He already has like 12 technical fouls. He's already lost like $150,000 off of like 5 different incidents just from this season. It's been really bad for Randle, and this definitely makes it worse. And I feel like one of the biggest reasons why he's doing this bad, and the reason why his confidence is so low, is because he has a bad attitude towards it. RJ Barrett, he's probably not thrilled that he's kind of stealing the attention and becoming like the team, that guy. He's kind of becoming like their superstar, sort of like how Julius Randle was doing last season. And he's probably not a big fan of that. As much as he may be friends with RJ Barrett and like, you know, help him out, I think he's definitely like one of those guys that's like selfish, and he wants to be that guy for sure. And I mean, that's a mentality you should have, but clearly, you know, if things aren't going your way this season, and if the only way you can win is just to let RJ do his thing, you know, you gotta let him do his thing. And then now Obi Toppin is probably becoming a big factor now, because with the fans wanting him, you know, probably getting in his head, Tom Thibodeau actually subbed him out. He benched him after that technical foul he had yesterday, and he put Obi in, and Obi continued to put on his show. People were chanting Obi Toppin, and you can clearly tell now that Obi is definitely going to be a big reason why Julius Randle may leave. And Tom Thibodeau benched him up until like the final 2 minutes, and during the timeouts he wasn't even, you know, engaged with the coach, engaged with the team. He was sitting like a few seats away from them, not even focused on what the coach was saying. He might have been listening, but he wasn't focused. He wasn't giving them his 100% attention, and he really subbed Obi Toppin out in the final few minutes for Randle, who was like kind of half-assing it. He didn't want to be there. And then after the game, they won. Fortunately, because if they lost, then Randle would have really gotten it, and this would have made me rant even more. But they won. Julius didn't play the great game, but Alec Burks and RJ Barrett did their thing. And Emmanuel quickly has been big for them, along with Obi Toppin off the bench. But Randle, after the game, he got the rebound, and he just threw the ball away and just went to the locker room. Didn't congratulate the Bulls, didn't celebrate with his team. You can clearly see this is the beginning of the fallout for Julius Randle and the Knicks. What's really going to make this thing tough is that he just signed last year a 4-year deal, and he's getting paid like almost $120 million. And that's, I mean, I think you guys should understand why Knicks fans are upset. He's the highest paid player on the team right now, just to average 5 points in 28 minutes. I mean, clearly he's not doing his job, especially when he's supposed to be, you know, the superstar of the team, and he's definitely not living up to it. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think. I have a lot of bad issues about Julius Randle, and this clearly isn't his season. He clearly isn't ready for the New York, you know, bright lights and all that. And he definitely doesn't fit this team. I mean, he doesn't, you know, fit RJ Barrett. He's not helping RJ Barrett become a better player, and he's not really helping the team either. Honestly, if I was the Knicks at this point, if Julius is really having like a difficult time, like, you know, getting along with his teammates, if he's mad at the coach, I say they just pull a Kemba Walker and they just let him sit out the rest of the season, because they probably have a better chance winning these final few games, trying to make a play-in stretch, trying to make the playoffs. It's kind of difficult right now because the Knicks have just blown a lot of games, so now it's coming to bite them. But I feel like they have a better shot with Julius Randle out, and I think if they do pull this, it's definitely going to be the beginning of them trying to trade Randle, and it's going to be hard because he has like that big contract. And I think this season, just teams seeing how much money he's wasted off of, you know, these little incidents that he's had, teams are not going to want that energy off of him. He just has a negative energy onto the team. You know, he's just not a good player. He's not a good fit for a team that really wants to be contenders. And I mean, I don't know, it could be possible a team might want him. I know a lot of Knicks fans, even I, really want Zion to join the Knicks. I think that would be incredible, but I don't think the Pelicans are dumb enough to try to get Julius Randle back. I mean, you know, they already saw what happened at first, so now that they're building a team around Ingram and McCollum, it's just not a good move to get Julius. They should probably find another better trade deal if they really want to get rid of Zion and he doesn't want to be there. But Julius Randle, he's a problem for the Knicks. I say let him go, give RG the keys, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about this, man? I don't know if you guys have been really paying attention to the Knicks. They haven't been given as much attention, but RJ Barrett is that guy. Julius Randle isn't, and they should probably do something about that this offseason. But we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. The comments down below. It's Nation, and I'll see you on the next video, which hopefully is soon. See you guys. Peace.